Hey, Katie. I'm doing good. How you doing? Happy Thursday. What's up? I'm sitting here on the floor because I'm sewing. What's going on? How have things been? Happy Thursday, Friday morning for you. Yes, sewing. I've been struggling with the urge to make my own clothes from scratch. Do it, especially if you know how, and if you don't, internet. Yeah. That sounds good. And I think we talked a little bit about this last time we were chatting, right? Talking about how you had said something about like how when we put food in our body, it affects our energy, and how you kind of figured, you intuited that the materials that we put on our body have an effect on us as well. I remember you saying something along those lines. But yeah, and I believe that that's true because of the like the big companies that mass produce, even like fast fashion, it can have a low vibration to it. Especially those companies who are just out to make money, or who have negative work practices or unsafe work practices, or unsustainable practices, and use unsustainable materials. Those have the tendency to have a low vibration. And we're so good. Yeah, I do my best. I do my puzzles most days, to keep my brain, you know, remembering stuff. Is alchemical clothing interesting? Clothing that will change your vibration, that will raise your vibration. Essentially, is what we're going for, right? People like us. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Go for it. And we can come up with so many different things, and that's the cool thing about making clothes for yourself, is like, what you want, you know or you can even like go to somebody who makes clothes and tell them what you want. If you're like, I don't feel like sewing, I don't feel like learning, then go to somebody that you trust with the right kind of vibration. um I never thought of the sweatshop factor. Yes, yes. That makes so much sense. I don't agree with that. Me neither. Me neither. And uh, sewing intention into clothes. Wow. Yes. And so, it's funny because I'm just now thinking like, uh, I I rarely go shopping. It's always been, even since I was younger, it's always been like challenging to shop for clothes because like I'm just so picky. And now I'm wondering if there was more of an intention behind it, like as far as like my higher self, you know, um, like, not engaging in buying a bunch of clothes because they come from all these different places, and stuff like that. I mean, I do believe that um, we can raise the vibration of our clothes. I believe that. Um, but yeah, I don't go shopping too often because I often end up with like a bunch of shirts and then like one pair of pants or like two pairs of pants, because shopping for bottoms is just weird for me. It's like they have to feel good, they have to fit right, they have to be cute. And I mean that's anybody going shopping, but with me it's like, okay, I've tried 15 pairs of pants on and I don't like any of them. Let's go to another store. You know? But as a lot of designers just draw what they want. Yep. Oh wait, if making them made them wait, what if making them made them sentient like Doctor Strange's cloak? You know what? I've just like gone through the whole MCU like in chronological order, and I'm now on the Doctor Strange, the Universe of Madness, the second one. I'm like at the way end of the MCU. It's funny. That's a funny synchronicity that you mentioned Doctor Strange. But yeah, yes, I love Marvel. Um, but yeah, that I mean, you know, we're magical humans. We're magical people. I believe we can do that. You know, it reminds me of the Velveteen Rabbit. Have you ever read that story? And how they how the little stuffed animals are talking about becoming real, you know, because of the love that their humans give them. I think in the beginning it talks about the main character, the Velveteen Rabbit. He was brand new and he was stiff and he was full of sawdust and he was clean. And then he was given to a little boy, and the little boy took him everywhere, dragged him everywhere, got him dirty, loved him, hugged him, and slept with him, and played with him, and went on adventures, you know. And the more and more they played, the more he like pretty much soaked up that love energy that the little boy was giving him, and then he became real. And so he became real by like, you know, his velvet becoming a little shabby and like getting little holes in him, and you know, him becoming a little more lanky, you know, instead of so stiff. But yeah, that's one of my favorite stories. I mean, the concept, you know, is sweet and it's real. I mean, we put our energy in stuff. I Love and Thunder. Did you see that yet? Wait, the secrets are popping hard. Yeah, I did not see Love and Thunder. I think that's the next one I have to watch after Doctor Strange because that's the most recent one. And apparently, what's going on here? Apparently, that's the last one for now. The last one in the MCU, like chronologically, you know, because they come out with all these movies and like they just hop around with the stories. But if you watch them in order, it like, oh my gosh, it makes so much more sense. Yeah. Um, I just bought a a, a large gray rabbit as a bed buddy. Yes. And there was a moment in Thor of another where a kid chooses their rabbit to use. It's a really small part, so I won't ruin it. I appreciate it. No spoilers. But yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, well, I'm gonna look for that part. I bet you when I watch it, it's gonna be something significant. You know, like because you said the synchronicities are popping hard. Yeah, it probably will be like, oh my goodness, like yes. Honestly, it's mind blowing. The movie, yeah, I'm excited about seeing it. I love the journey that, you know, that Thor had. I mean, I love all of their journeys. And I mean, hopefully have you seen pretty much all of them? Uh have you seen Avengers Endgame? I'm assuming if you've seen Love and Thunder, you've seen Endgame, but let me know cuz I don't want to spoil anything for you. But yeah, um I love their journeys. Yeah, I'm so excited to talk about it. Not seen multiverse yet. Yet I love Doctor Strange. Okay. Oh, you haven't seen the multiverse? Okay, so I won't spoil that. I'm like in the middle of it, but yeah, you did see Endgame. Okay, so let's talk Endgame. Okay, so I love that Thor like was like a hobo. I love that he like got a punch, and he was just he was mourning in his sadness. And this was um gosh, was this before or after Tony died? Tony, yeah, to, Tony Stark. Yeah, Tony Stark died in Endgame, and so I think he had got a punch before that, but he had like kind of fell off the deep end after Asgard fell, after the planet fell, because Asgard is a people, not a place, you know. And I love his the character development, and of course, the whole Captain America can pick up Thor's hammer because he's worthy and stuff. There was this one part that I love when at the towards the end when they were battling. I loved when they were uh let's see, I think he th- I think Thor and Captain America had both, summoned the hammers at the same time, and then Captain America accidentally picked up the bigger one, Thor's new hammer, and then Thor had the small one, and he was like, "Oh no, no, give me that! You get the small one." But yeah, I absolutely loved the story, and I'm so excited for them to come out with more. I'm excited about Black Panther 2. I think they're definitely doing Black Panther 2. And I'm also, because I'm on Disney Plus, I'm also watching the mini series that they have like in between everything. I watched Moon Knight, I watched Miss Marvel. I just finished I think yesterday I finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was interesting, with Anthony Mackie, as Falcon, and then with Bucky. Oh, that's it. He has such a childlike heart. It's so big. He's a joy. Yeah, Thor. Exactly. I love his sense of humor. And I love how they made his sense of humor in the movies. Because he has his Asgardian sense of humor, but then they kind of mix it with earthly themes, an earthly sense of humor. And so he mixes the two, and he's just so royal and elegant about it. uh, but yeah, I gotta love Marvel, man. And I couldn't believe, like, watching each of these movies, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I've missed so much of this. I think I started, let's see, where's that list? I started because a lot of the movies I had already seen. I think now what I didn't watch, I think a couple of these I just kind of went on YouTube and did like a 1 minute synopsis of some of them, like The Incredible Hulk, the original one with Edward Norton. I haven't seen that one. I didn't watch The Dark World. I don't know why. Um, let's see, Hulk, Dark World, and I think that those are the only two that I didn't watch because I was eager to get to the newer ones. And I probably need to watch The Dark World, but they kind of got filled in. I think I did a 1 minute synopsis of that one. But yeah, let's see here. What she's talking about. I never thought he'd be my fave, yeah. But it's great how he is with women as well. Yeah, he's pleasant. Um, that was so serious. Ed Norton Winwana. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. Um, I don't know why I wanted to skip it. I wanted to like get to Ant-Man and Spider-Man. And have you seen the new Spider-Mans, the with Tom Holland? Those were so good. I've I think like over the past, I think 3 or 4 days, I've watched the Spider-Mans, and today I finished the last one. Was it No Way Home? Yeah, I finished that one today, and then I started Doctor Strange. But oh man, I liked it. I love film reviews. I used to be one for a living when I was 15. You like reviewing films? Nice. Yes, all this Spider Man's, aka Marty McFly in the suit. Yes. Okay. And so, oh my gosh, that it took me by surprise that the other two Spider Mans came up. Came into his world and how they connected those universes. And mind you, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I saw the first one. I saw the second one. I think I saw the second one. And the third one, was that when he was fighting Venom or he became Venom or something like that. I don't think I saw all of it. I think some of these movies I like fell asleep on. But yeah, it's the shock and relief, exactly. But I love, and I didn't see any of the ones with Andrew Garfield. But I love how they connected those. They brought them all together, and they kind of changed. They kind of raised the vibration a little bit, instead of let's kill them or let's just throw them in jail. We'll deal with them that way. But new Peter, he was just like, I mean, maybe we could save like we save lots of people, lots of every day, but like, what about these guys? They had accidents, pretty much, but they just took their accidents and went dark with them, you know. So at first I was like, okay, what is the point of this? Like the whole time, I mean, the graphics were great and the acting was great, but I'm like, why are they doing this with this story? Like, what's the point? But they just wanted to change the approach. I mean, that's how kind of how I interpreted it. They just wanted to change the approach of superheroes versus villains. And I love how they brought the villains back. Flint and um oh, what was Jamie Foxx's name? Was he Max or something? Yeah. Ooh, Andrew was Peter from the 80s for me. Okay. See, and I never got into the Spider-Man comics. Spider-Man was never one of my favorites. But the MCU made him one of my favorites. And Tom Holland is just a great actor. Uh but that lizard story was a mess though. I'm gonna have to check them out. You can spoil those for me because if I go back and watch them, then I'll just be like, oh yeah. But yeah, um, yeah, I like what they're doing. I guess I'm, I, and I don't like. Look, I'm like I don't want to talk about it, but but I do, and I'm going to. I just hate the fact that my absolute 100% favorite Marvel character died. I hate that Tony Stark died, that Iron Man died, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like why is this happening? But you know, that's the MCU. That's the comic book world. Sometimes heroes die, but the heroes aren't supposed to die. And I also heard that I don't know if you watch Stranger Things, but uh, gosh, Eddie from Stranger Things 4, if you've seen it, from this most recent one. I heard that Marvel is like trying to recruit him to be a new Tony Stark. And so I'm like, okay, that'll be fun because he's also a great actor too. I forget his name. Let's see. I was wondering what you thought of the aspect that in the aspect that instead of banishing the demons, so to speak. They transmuted them. Exactly. See, I didn't even think about it that way, Katie. Yeah, transmutation. They definitely did. Like I said, a little bit of confluence between science and spirit, a little bit. But yeah, yeah, they definitely transmuted them for the higher good, right? I mean, and like really for the higher good of the multiverse, since those guys were from the other universes. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool. That was a big change for the MCU, because I'm trying to think if there's any other incident, or excuse me, any other instance in the MCU where that has happened, and I don't think so. I think they kill him or they put him in jail. Um, you know, him having astral therapy, making peace with his past selves. Yes, it was a huge movie on so many levels. Yeah, exactly. Um, and, and and speaking of like astral therapy, I love that part where Doctor Strange, like pushed his soul out of his body, and then he was trying to grab the box from Spider-Man, but he couldn't. He was just like, yeah, and that was great. But yeah, and I love that part where they were like on the roof, getting ready for battle, and that was amazing. Yeah, and they're having a little powwow, a little Spider-Man powwow, and Toby Maguire's like no, like listen, be more positive. You're amazing. Like please, like say you're amazing. And Andrew Garfield's like, okay, yeah, like thanks. Like, how are you doing that? Right? Exactly. He threw Doctor Strange for a loop, and I love how when Doctor Strange finally comes back at the end, he's like, I've been hanging over the Grand Canyon for 12 hours. Oh my goodness, that was such a good one. Of course, I was frustrated by the end, and I'm wondering if they're going to do another one with Tom Holland. Because nobody knows. Nobody even knows who Peter Parker is. They don't know he's Spider-Man. They don't know him. And then his May died. Happy didn't even know him. Okay, we don't know if Fury knew him or remembered him. But then there was, I don't know if you saw the post-credit scene with Venom. And I haven't seen Venom, the movie, but I think I'm gonna go watch it. They didn't include it in the MCU, but I always wanted to see it. That darkness inside that guy, and he's like trying to fight it. Yes, that that's it. That it's we all have to be nice to our past selves right now too. Yeah, so timely. Yes, exactly. Because we have to forgive ourselves, right? We have to do our shadow work and make sure that we're staying on track and centered. I feel they will make another one. Yeah, I'm hoping so, because that ain't the end of Peter Parker. Because he could totally run the Avengers if the Avengers got back together. Maybe like after he gets out of college, because then he'll have a little more knowledge. I mean, he's super smart already. He'll have a little more knowledge, and he's a lot like Tony Stark, but not as much of a jerk. I think he has a bigger heart than Tony Stark. But yeah, he could totally run things with compassion, and he's a great fighter. He's a great superhero. Well, um, something he said at the end, I was like, wow, yeah, there will be another one. Venom, yes. Tom Holland, Holland, Tom Holland. Oh, Tom Hardy. Yes, Tom Hardy as Venom. It really impressed me with Venom. Oh, yeah, that's it. Avengers Phase 2. Like seriously, like why not? And how do you think they could tie in a new Iron Man? Because we know Tony Stark had a daughter, and of course, I was thinking that maybe they could do something um, like a history, like a what is it called? Um, an origin story about Tony Stark, and maybe that's what they could do. But then it wouldn't really be Iron Man, because if you think about Iron Man 1, that was the origin. He was just a regular billionaire guy, super smart, and he had that accident, and that's where Iron Man came from. So I guess origin story wouldn't work. Iron Heart. Hmm. A prequel. That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. And I think let's see what else. They could I don't know, they could have one of his interns or something, or this could be like it would have to connect. Or maybe Pepper Potts was pregnant when he died, and then she had a son who grew up to be super smart, and just became the new Iron Man. And maybe he didn't have an accident or anything like that. Maybe a piece of, how there was the shrapnel in Tony's heart. Maybe like that shrapnel was energized with the magnetic whatever, I don't know all the technicalities. And then when he was growing in Pepper's stomach, then he picked up on that energy. It could be anything. That's what I love about comic books, because there's so much fantasy that you can put in. You can create your own stories, and fan fiction. Let's see, the Black Iron Man, who's a girl. I've heard of that. Now, that was a cartoon, right? Because of course there's that whole world. What is it? Is it Avengers Assemble? I don't think she wasn't on Avengers Assemble, but yeah. Um, let's see. I really thought, because Shuri had that one scene with the Hulk and Tony, where she outsmarted them all, that she would become Riri, the name of the black girl Iron Man. Okay, now Shuri, who is Shuri? Just remind me. A scene with Hulk and Tony. Man, who is that? Oh girl, the Valkyrie. Wait, no, Shuri, the princess of Wakanda. Yes. Yes, where they were trying to heal Thor. Where were they just trying to heal? Hey, Ja. They were trying to heal somebody, and she Hulk was like, "Oh, you have to do this," and she was like, "Oh, well, you have to do this," and he was like, "Oh, I never thought of that," and she was like, "Right." That would be smart, because she's mad smart, and she's nice with the electronics and all the that technical stuff. Just dropping in for a minute before bed. Impossible Dream Time. Yeah, hope all is well with you, Ja. We're just talking Marvel. We're talking the MCU. Hopefully we don't spoil it for you, because Katie's seen pretty much all of it, and I'm at the last two movies in the chronological order. Remember where they were in the room talking about Vision? They were trying to heal Vision. Yes. Yeah, that part. Yes. Yeah. And then Vision died, and yeah, and WandaVision was pretty good. And I didn't realize how messed up Wanda was, but I don't want to spoil that for you because they talk more Wanda in Doctor Strange 2 in the multiverse. It's fine for the spoilers, okay, because we are chatting. The only ones that we're not talking about are Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and the last one, Thor, Love and Thunder. Katie's seen it, but I haven't. And she hasn't seen Doctor Strange. And I'm in the middle of Doctor Strange. Oh, dang, all the powerful women crazy in the MCU. Shake my head. There was a part that really surprised me in Endgame where and I don't know why they did it, but I think they probably did it just to show how many women were in the MCU. Where in the battle, all of the females like were there together, and then they went and attacked, or they went and grabbed like the gauntlet or whatever. Like they were assembling, and gosh, there were so many of it. They had Gamora. I forget the android girl's name. The Valkyrie, Shuri, and the female Wakanda warriors were there. Widow wasn't there because she had died already. Pepper in her suit. Um, Gosh, who else were the females? What was it? It was Wasp was there. Hey, Ashley. Who else is a female? Captain Marvel, of course. Um, let's see. Wanda was there to help too. Gamora. Oh, I already said Gamora from Guardians. And I think that is mostly it. Yeah. Yeah. Spider-Man, yeah. Yeah. The power scene, yes. Was Nebula the cyborg woman? I don't know. Was that her name? I only saw the first Doctor Strange and all the Avengers movies. Okay. And so Nebula is that her name? She was from Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy, Ja? Because let's see. Let me see what her name was. Was it Nebula? MCU. There it is. Yeah. There she is. Yes. How did Eric feel? Okay, so we got a question. Ladies and gentlemen. We have a question. It's all good. Hey. Oh, this is like super old. Okay. Yes. I'm thinking about Gamora's sister. Yes. And her name was Nebula. I just looked it up. That was Nebula. Yeah. Ashley. You see what we're talking about, Ashley, right? Yes, both Guardians of the Galaxy saw them. Yes. All right. Let's do this. Ashley. There we go. Ashley, spirit, what will you have? Ashley, no. Oh yeah, me too. I'm going through them chronologically, and I'm like right at the end. I'm at the last two movies. Oh, and I also have to watch She-Hulk, and they still have more episodes coming out every week. And of course, the mini series, they do like 6 episodes. I think there's 4 for She-Hulk, and so over the next couple of weeks, it'll be over pretty much. I was checking for Nebula too. That's probably why it was the first one on my search, because you had probably searched it before me. And the music, yes, they always have great soundtracks. Okay, let's get into Ashley. You see, I could talk Marvel all day. I haven't done the whole comic book thing, but I do love the movies. I did grab quite a few Iron Man comics when I was a little younger. Ashley, okay, how did Eric feel about what I sent him on Snapchat today? Spirit, what will you have? the ethereal Ashley know. How did Eric feel about what Ashley sent him on Snapchat today? Let's see. Got the Ace of Swords. Okay, with the Four of Swords. Here's some guy in the middle. Who is this? Oh, and the King of Cups. Okay, how he felt about what snipped it. He felt like, okay, so this is causing me to want to start over, like to want to get into a conversation about this. Okay, and you see like I mean, like, yeah, like I'm seeing a little taken aback, but not like appalled, but like he was a little surprised, and he's like, okay, I yeah, okay, let's talk. And I'm seeing sitting up, I'm seeing him like, oh, and then scrolling and looking at your message, and then like, huh, that's the energy. So he like perked up. Now, of course, with the Four of Swords, he wants to get more details. He has some more questions to ask about the subject. And these aren't questions like, well, why do you? These are like, so what do you think about, or what did you mean by? And I'm seeing define fall in love, like like define marriage, like define a deep relationship, okay? Because he wanted to get more into it. He wants to get more into it. Um, he you got an underlying energy of the Four of Cups, and he's pretty in his feelings about it. But of course, this hasn't come to the forefront yet, so he hasn't missed an opportunity yet. But he's kind of at risk for falling into like, oh, like too going too deep into his feelings. All right, but there's a completion that he's ready for. He's ready for y'all to come full circle, and that's how he felt. Let's see what's next in love for for Ashley. Yeah. And so I'm kind of feeling uh I'm kind of feeling what the conversation was about. And it feels like it it wasn't supposed to be like super upbeat, but that was his response. Okay. It feels like it was kind of like, maybe this is bad news, but it wasn't taken as bad news. Okay. It was taken as something refreshing, as even a new beginning. Okay. Let's see. What's next in love for Ashley? Spirit. What's next in love for Ashley? What will you tell Ashley? What is next in love? What will we have Ashley? Now let's see. I got the Nine of Swords. A little anxiety, a little over worrying about something. Okay, a little over worrying about how you're gonna get there and how I'm gonna strengthen myself in order to be with the right kind of person. Okay, and I don't know if you saw the eye roll, but like that's like higher self, like okay. That's where we're at right now. We're gonna pull a few more cards on it, but yeah. Next in love, you being open to receive, and nurturing your own emotions, and nurturing the emotional choices that you made in the past. In even like clearing up some emotional karma and blockages. Okay, so and I know it's like, what's next in love? Like, is there a person? Okay, and I'm like, just from the energy. Just for the energy, I'm seeing like your higher self, your spirit team are like, girl, like no, like cool your jets, man. Okay, as far as like anybody else, all right. And if you do end up connecting with anybody else, okay, first and foremost, don't hold on to any expectations. Okay, but if you do connect with somebody, this is random. If you do connect with somebody, they will be karmics and they will be teaching you lessons. Let's see what's right underneath of this. Okay, so it's looking like there will probably be some sexual energies and possibly some sexual partners. Okay, if that's what you're into, if that's what you go towards. All right, but once again, it'll be exhausting because you're a spiritual creature, and I mean we're all spiritual creatures, but you've gotten deep into your spirituality and your work, and your ascension and spiritual awakening. And so it'll kind of be tiring for your spirit, and you'll realize that. And then once you realize that, then that is one of those big things that you have to learn. You could learn it like right now and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna not. But you're gonna come upon places where you have to clear karma. And so you're gonna find yourself in these deep passionate moments with, I'm seeing with this person, and even like with people, like I'm seeing like three people that you get involved with, not necessarily at the same time, but that who teach you lessons, who teach you very important lessons, not like, well, you need to know, but like just through the interactions, right, and through the energetic exchanges. All right. um Let me know how it feels. Let's go to your third question. Excuse me. I was saying it into the microphone. Excuse me. No, I'm kidding. Advice from spirit, spirit, spirit. What will you have? Ashley, know any advice? What advice do you have for etheric Ashley? This hasn't happened here recently, except with Tanisha, because I always have it. But anyway, I need to go get another deck for you because it's kind of calling me. Hang on. Beyond Lemuria. Spirit said this is where your advice is going to come from. Depending on the card, because I don't work with these too much. These are like really high vibration. Have I used these for you? I don't know. But yeah, I might have to read a little from the book, but we'll just kind of get into the energy of it, yeah. Okay, advice from spirit. Spirit, what we have Ashley know. What advice does Ethereal Ashley need? Ethereal Ashley. For Ethereal Ashley. What does Ashley need to know? Advice, spirit for Ashley. Sacral chakra. Okay, so working on creation. This is the core of creation, and healing the sacral chakra. That you're being called literally to create, and not just to create, a baby or sexually, but to use all of. Thank you, spirit. Okay, and this ties into your last reading about the people that you're going to be breaking blockages and clearing karma with. Okay, and so this is talking about, of course, healing your sacral chakra and using your sacral chakra energy for creation. There's some kind of art project, and like literally art, because you are creative. Okay, even if you feel like you're not, or even if you feel like you've lost your knack for creativity. No, I'm specifically seeing you painting. I'm also seeing you doing a little bit of writing, and even kind of bringing these two together. Okay, and you're going to use your sacral chakra energy for that. You're going to use if we have to say it, you're going to use your sexual energy for that. And there's so many different ways we can use our sexual energy, and that's why I've been learning so much, you guys, about sexual energy, like just meditating with spirit, not even necessarily doing it, but we can do so much with that energy, and it doesn't even have to be by way of intercourse, or even by way of intercourse with ourselves. Like we can channel that into our arms and into our hands. We could channel it to dance. We could channel it to paint. We could channel it to write. We could channel it to sing. Okay. Like it says, it's the core of creation. And so you're coming to understand your core of creation, and your spirit guides, your ancestors in particular. I'm seeing a grandmother ancestor. I'm seeing West Indian native. Okay, do you have some West Indian in your family? That just like came up. Okay, and so that ancestor, she is encouraging you to create, and your guides are going to be there to help you with these projects and to help you with transmutation in order to create something new. I'm seeing, in order to break some new ground in the realm of creation and creativity. Okay, you've got stepping through. And this is like stepping through a portal. I'm so surprised I didn't have to use the book. Maybe I know these cards a little more than I thought I did. But stepping through a portal, stepping through a portal of creation comes by way of you clearing and using your sacral chakra energy. Okay, and once again, your ancestors are backing you, and they're there to support you. Okay, so this is the advice. All right, I've also got high heart chakra and heart chakra. So you're going to be finding a way, and you can do this in meditation. You can find YouTube videos. You can read a book. You so many ways, right? But you're gonna use whatever it is that you learn to move your sacral chakra energy up to your heart. Okay, and that'll help you to step through to the next part of your journey. You're going to be really surprised, as spirit and your ancestors. You're going to be really surprised about this next part of your journey, because it's going to be something that you really didn't expect. Okay, and then we've got the 4 plus the 7 there on stepping through, which is 11, which is beautiful, and that it's going to have something to do with your twin flame connection. Okay, and stepping through the portal into a higher connection with your twin flame. Okay, take it how it resonates. Let me know how it feels. Let's see. What are y'all talking about? She's very likable. Nebula, yeah. I don't know how they did it with so little screen time, and she barely moves her face. What is that? CGI. Man, they can do so much stuff with movies. Crazy. Probably movie magic. Yeah, aka was your trick for top photography. Yes. I don't know. It was just me letting him know that I didn't want to do any of this anymore. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. And something told me that you had written something down there, and I was like, okay. That's why I try not to look at the bottom when I'm reading. But yeah, girl, you're done with this journey. Yeah. That's the part. Hey, Anna, I didn't see you there. That's a part of the journey. Is that when we are deeply connected to somebody, we're always going to say that we're done with them. You know how many times I have said I'm done with my twin because I've never physically met him before, and how many times I'm just like, dude, this isn't real. Like, and so just leave me alone, and I'm going to just go and live my life. And then suddenly he comes back in this strong way, or, I get this big synchronicity, and it's crazy. Emotional and tired. This retrograde is killing me. Use the retrograde for the higher good. You can do it. This is what the Mercury retrograde is for. It's to help us to learn. It's to break up all of that broken communication energy and that broken connection energy, and so that we can pinpoint it and see where we need to change and where we need to improve. That's it. That's how I take Mercury retrograde. No. Hey, I've been wanting to paint a lot lately. Do it. Okay. You got the stuff too. I also been wanting to make clothes again. Yes. This is part of the sacral chakra energy. Okay? Transmuting the energy. Transmuting sexual energy. Yes. We are about to go through all the ways. I'm over the connection. I just want a partner to respect and take me seriously. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at what you said, because I've said that before. I've said that before, running away from my twin. I'm like, I just want somebody to respect me. and who will take me seriously and who will be real with me and who will connect with me, you know. Okay. But we have to take our breaks, Ashley, because you're gonna take that break and you're gonna uh, do what you need to do, and then there's gonna just be that moment where he comes back into your life, you know. And I feel the connection there. You know who your twin flame is, and so if he weren't coming back, then none of this would be said, because you know, no fluffy bunnies. There's none. There are none around here. Okay. Um, if there, why a twin flame is what you need. Yes, as long as neither of you are running or rejecting each other, that's the person for you, the only person. Tie up loose ends in Mercury retrograde. Yes. And so begin those projects that you're thinking and feeling about, instead of putting that energy into him, into Eric, put that energy into the art. Girl, it works. I'm sorry, I'm saying I'm like looking at my art that I'm creating. And I can't share it with you guys because it's a big secret. But that I've been doing a lot of that as well. It works, girl. You're gonna be amazed at what you create because you're putting all that love into your work. Um, Creativity increased since the Pisces new moon for people. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because I started working on this after the new moon. Let's see, the problem is him. I cannot just have a conversation with this man. Yeah. Man, it's like trying to talk to a toddler. I know he's got growing to do. And when he's away from you, when y'all are in another realm of separation, he will learn and he will mature. I'm doing good, Anna. I'm doing good, good, good. How are you? Happy Thursday. Hey, let's see. You better put the tears on some plants. Why? Why do you say that? Well, why is that now? Does I do something? You're gonna have to tell me. Or are you talking about put the love energy into the plants? I mean, there's so many different ways that could be taken. Y'all know I need that like serious clarification during Mercury retrograde because I'd be like tears on some plants. You mean power plants? See, and I know you don't really mean that, but I have plants. So Ja just gave you some good advice. Okay, put your tears, put that love, put that energy into those living creatures because they're alive and they need your attention. Okay, let me know. Let me know. What is this? Oh, this is my TikTok. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok. Okay, I do. And you guys know, I think the majority of y'all follow me on TikTok. I don't know if you do. Um, but I feel like I saw you, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But I know Ja does, and a few other people have come through. Actually, I've gotten some of my like old clients and old tribe members who have just like popped up on my TikTok. I'm like, oh hey, so the message worked. The message on my what's it called? My the community tab. Tears are good to release. I was thinking of don't waste it on someone who doesn't care. I just don't want to have to block him every time to show him that I'm fed. Oh, yeah, I know how that feels. Like, but do what you have to do, and even it doesn't necessarily have to be blocking him, right? Okay, or would it be too painful to have him unblocked, to have him able to have access to you and you can have access to him? Would that be too challenging for you? I have to check my readings on TikTok for today. Yes. And y'all, I do weekend readings. I post them on Thursdays, and they're for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a 3-minute video for each sign. Okay, so check that out. And then on usually Sunday through Wednesday, I just do 1-minute readings for the dailies. I didn't do them yesterday. Some days I miss, and that's okay because we all have to take breaks. But yeah, check it out if you feel like it. What does Christopher want me to know today? Okay, for Anna. So I've been thinking, I think I've been knowing you for 2 years, Mikaela. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I think so. Because you used to come through my general readings. I remember that. That's where we kind of first connected through those general readings. That was such a long time ago. Like, when was the last time I posted a general reading? Like, I think it was like, let's see, this is 22. I feel like it was like 2020 when I last posted general readings, and it was just like, okay, never mind, this isn't going anywhere, because I think there were some people who sabotaged. Unfortunately, I think there were some people who sabotaged my channel and like were reporting my channel or something like that. And then like I just started getting less and less and less views. I have no idea what happened. Like, I literally to this day do not know why my general readings like just stopped getting views. But it doesn't matter because I'm here and I've got the tribe. Okay, let's get into on. Let's see, what does Christopher want on us to know today? Wait, did you have another question up here? No. Okay. What does Christopher want Anna to know today? Spirit. What does Christopher want Anna to know today? What do we have Anna know? Oh, we have Anna know. Okay. What does Christopher want Anna to know today? What does Christopher want Anna to know today? He wants you to know that he is working really hard. He has a lot of passion. He has a lot of pent up passion. And it looks like it's so pent up that it's getting frustrating. Okay. And he he wants to lay that passion down in so many ways. Okay. But he's worried. He's worried about talking to you because he doesn't want there to be a fight. Okay. Let's see what else. What does he want her to know? He wants you to know that you have successfully broken through with your communication, and like your text messages are working. God, ooh, spirit. Your messages are working, even if he doesn't respond, Anna. They're working. Okay. All right. Your unconditional love is working. That's what he wants you to know. And this is coming mainly from his higher self. It's looking like this one is coming from, his lower self, his conscious self. And then this is coming from a higher realm. Okay. Let's see. This is the time to make changes. There you go. Yes. I change my numbers constantly. I'm trying to be more stable. I move around a lot too. Yes, that helps to keep the energy moving around, traveling like you do a lot, Ja. Take some time to yourself to contemplate and meditate. Ask for assistance in the matter before you fall asleep. That works. It works so well. Let your subconscious manifest what you need. They can't stop the reader. Oh yeah, the reader in the script. I did start on general readings as 360 Zion. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let me make a note. make a note to check out Tony. Let's see, 360 Zion Gen readings. Tony. There. I've made a note so I remember. Okay. What is the promise that he made towards me, and why would he make that promise for me? Okay, we kind of touched on this last night, right? We began about it. Was it last night or recently here? Let's see, what's the promise that Christopher made towards Anna? Now, I know he was mostly making a promise to himself, and the promise that he was making to himself was the that he promised that he would get better, and that he would build something, and that he would save up some money before he got to you. Okay, let's see. What is the promise that Christopher made towards it? Okay, and this is kind of a secret promise. I promise that I will do my best to be open to her energy. Okay, and open to her emotions, and I'll do my best to receive her emotions, and I'll do my best to connect in with my emotions when I think and feel about her. Also, and of course, subconsciously, the promise that he made to himself, pretty much his higher self is like driving him so hard right now, and it's gonna be driving him even more and more, especially over the next 3 to 4 years. I know that's like kind of far away, but anyway. And also with the Queen of Cups, the underlying energy of the promise that he made to you is that he wants to leave the emotional past behind so that he can move forward. Okay, so that you two can just have something better, have a better situation. See, he promised himself that anything that he does, anything that he does for you is going to make you guys' situation better. It's going to bring you guys together. Okay, everything that he even does for himself right now is going to make our situation better and make us to gain momentum. All right, once again, this is a soul promise. This is a higher self promise, and the promise, it is manifesting in the 3D and in his conscious mind more as, let me just get to work. Let me stack this cheese. I owe Anna so much. Let me just get to work. Let me get better. Let me do this NA meeting. All right, maybe I'll miss one. I don't really feel like going, but you know what? Maybe I will go. Okay. So that's like the promise that he's made to himself towards you. Okay. Let me know how it feels. I had one more question. You have one more? I think we did all 3 of yours, right? We asked about Eric, and then your what was coming up in love, and then the advice where your higher, so your ancestor, your West Indian ancestor. I was seeing like a grandmother, great grandmother energy. Yeah, where she came through. And she wanted you to know that she's there for you, and open and receptive to you, and connecting with you. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What's up? Let me know. I have not messaged him since Monday when I told him about dinner. And don't plan on messaging him until he messages me back, right? Exactly. And remember when you asked how he felt about that message, how he felt about the what's it called? How he felt about you asking him to dinner, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, like, bet, like I would love that, but he just hasn't said it yet because he is focused on his goal. He's focused on physically making things up to you. Okay. Let me know how it feels. So sweet. Right. Okay. Ashley. Um, I'll say that. Oh, there's Ja on my on my what's called. Okay. So there is a coworker I work with who has been really dropping the ball. I keep getting the feeling that she will leave or get fired somewhere. What will happen with Lauren at work? Let's see. For Ashley. Ashley, what will happen with Lauren at work for Ethereal? Ashley. For Ethereal. Ashley, what will happen with Lauren at work? Will she get fired? Will she quit? Let's see. Will she leave or get fired in some way? Okay, what we actually know about Lauren at work? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen for Ashley? For Ashley with Lauren at work. 6 of Cups. Okay, with the 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the she. Gosh. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, she's like, first and foremost, she's kind of conflicted. Okay, and whatever the work is that you're doing, whoever the boss is, even if she's the boss, if she's her own boss, um, uh, it's looking like she's been doing some kind of deliberation about whether or not she should, and whether or not this is her dream, and whether or not she likes this. Okay, first and foremost, it this is her dream. She, and I was like, okay, she's been very conflicted. All right, and you got the 3 of Pentacles as the underlying energy, and so she is like, I don't know, she's like kind of worried about something. Let's just pull some more cards, man. Okay, there it is. Worried. She's worried about whether or not she can be emotionally intelligent in this realm, in this field. Okay, that's what's got her all caught up and wondering, like, I don't know, like, is this my dream? Should I give up on my dreams? But it's looking like she does have emotional intelligence. She just needs to learn how to use it. Okay, and so what you've been feeling is correct. You've been feeling that she's conflicted. Like, you're like, is she gonna leave or is she gonna get fired? Okay, this doesn't necessarily look like she's gonna get fired. She's chosen to to stick to this subconsciously and higher selfically, right? But she's chosen to stick to it because it's a part of her journey, and she needs to be doing this work. Okay, let's see what else do we have for Lauren, the coworker. Okay, you got the Fool card. And she's gonna realize here soon that she's tripping. Okay, and then she's gonna kind of be like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go into work and I'm gonna be myself, because that's been her problem. She's been worrying about, like, being herself. Like, is this me, and can I be who I am here without being judged? Should I even care about what other people are thinking? Okay. There it is. Best friends with her work, close to her work, and getting things done, because she knows that what she's doing is for the higher good. Okay. She's gonna figure it out. Look, I'm like, she knows. You guys know I'm timeless. She's gonna figure out that what she's doing is for the higher good, no matter what kind of isolation she deals with, or heartache or brain ache she deals with, because she, for some reason, she's letting her mind get in the way. She's letting her thoughts get in the way. When she naturally connects to spirit, she has a pretty good connection, but she's just letting her logic get in the way, unfortunately. Okay. But no leaving, no getting fired. She's thinking about leaving. Okay. She's got a big journey ahead of her with this work in particular. Okay. Let me know how. Let's see. I bet you that's John. Let's see. In a way, I feel bad because I want to hear from him, but then at the same time, I'm like, it's okay. We both need this time to think about things, to get things right. We both needed a break from each other. Yes. But honestly, didn't want to be away from him. Or if we needed to be apart, still wanted to communicate with him, but I guess they would still communicate telepathically. See, when will Christopher and I have sex? So I'm bothered with him so bad. Let's see. I mean, it's cuffing season is coming up. Look, everybody's like, I know. Me too, y'all. Okay. when will Christopher and Anna do it again? Spirit, will we have Anna know we got this card that came out? Okay. There's more to the story, says Spirit. Hang on, let me move this. Oh, okay. So 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So when you guys aren't shedding each other out anymore, when he is, I always have to pause with Anna in this card because this is their card. This is just like, come on. Anyway, but when he decides to come in from the cold, okay, when he decides that the change is done and that he's ready to just move forward and to move forward with you, all right, and believe it, Anna, believe that it's going to happen. Okay, I know it's like, when? All right, he has to get his stuff together. Can we get some more insight, Spirit? Okay, when he is better able to speak about his feelings. Okay, when he has mastered the space of communication, when he's mastered the space of communicating his feelings and his emotions, the feelings and emotions that he's been focusing on, even though there are those times where he's like, I don't want to focus on this, and like, I just want to focus on work, like I don't want to think about love, I don't want to think about, and that's part of the reason of his addiction, because his heart is so big, but he just doesn't want to get hurt. And okay, and not, oh, it's your fault, it's not your fault, it's just because of what he's been through. Okay, but this is when, that's the energy of when. Okay, I'm specifically seeing October, and I'm seeing mid October, and this looks like, oh man, this looks like more than just communication. And I know you're asking about like when you guys are going to do it again, and you kind of see how the energy has changed. And it's looking like mid-October, like the energy, you know, it becomes kind of like this between y'all, and then y'all have this interaction where it's just like, I mean, all right, like, I mean, I'm glad you're good, and I'm glad you're doing good. And then I'm seeing y'all like looking at each other and then looking away, and like, and both of y'all are like burning, burning with passion. Okay, I'm seeing like mid October. I keep seeing October 15th or 16th. Okay, take it how it resonates. Is that your birthday? Am I intuiting your birthday? Okay, but yeah, I'm seeing that moment like happening. Okay, patience, 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 patience. And remember, Anna, the energy can always change, but it kind of looks like he's on track. And I'm also seeing November. All right, and so since we've got October and November, it's looking like there are a couple of different paths. October 17th is your birthday. Okay, I was a couple of days off, but it looks like there's a couple different paths that he could go down, that both of you could go down, and we kind of have to wait until these paths converge. Okay, so he could go down one path, and then things could be cool in October, which he it's very possible, but it's not as probable as November. Okay, and I'm seeing end of November. Is this Thanksgiving? Okay, seeing end of November. I'm seeing November 25th as and 26th as well. I said 15th and 16th for October, and the 25th and the 26th for November. Okay, so there's a couple chances that y'all will have. Also, in particular, check your astrology if you're interested. Okay, because there's some kind of transits and y'all know I don't do the astrology, but there's some kind of transits that's going to happen in October around those dates and around those dates in November. Okay, where the time is going to be kind of ripe for people with y'all's alignments to get together. I keep saying that I should learn astrology, and I still haven't. You guys, somebody's gonna have to come to my house and like tie me up and teach me astrology. just just so that I like sit down and actually intentionally do it. But not really. I mean, like I learn a little bit here and there, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, there you go. That's the win-ish. Okay. Um, and you do have another question, Anna. You have one more left. Let's see. Okay. I'm sure he feels the same, Anna. I think we all are. I want a baby. We talking about the baby fever. Yes. Um, or most of us, right? I love children too. Me too. The lovers, yes. She great. I'm just worried for my friend / partner. It's her business. That's why I felt that she was the boss, but she hasn't been doing too good lately. Yeah. She's wondering if it's worth it. If I should I even keep doing this? Like, am I helping anybody? Okay, girl, yes, you are. And reassure her if you have a chance to talk to her, like, yeah, let her know. Tell her just that. Tell her that she's great, you know? And whatever else you want to tell her. I can't tell you what to tell her, but birthday's in October. Brace yourself, don't hurt him. Because it's getting like that. It's getting to the fact where to the point where it's like I might hurt you. If it goes down, I might hurt you. I don't want to. Anyway, you're Scorpio, right? She Christopher's a Scorpio. She's a Libra. Oh yeah, there you go. But yeah. But yeah, man, I tell you, cuffing season, and I haven't had a cuffing season for a couple years because I've like just completely devoted myself to the imaginary man in my head. But he's not imaginary. He's my twin, but I've decided to not be with anybody else, you know. Um Sometimes I think I am the Scorpio. I don't know. Maybe do you have like Scorpio alignments in your astrological chart? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I mean, not about astrology, but just like I don't know. That don't get me started on. I don't know. Anywho, all right, y'all. I think I might go here soon. Let's see. I don't know. I think I do. Yeah, you definitely might. But yeah. Look it up. If you, I like to when I look up my astrology chart, I go to was it Astrology Cafe? I don't think that's the name of the website, but if you type it into Google, then it's like astro.cafe astrology or something like that. Okay. And I like to use that resource. See, you represent the balance that explains things about him. Exactly. He is able to go into the depths of his psyche and come back with answers to his questions. This is very true once he's grounded. Exactly. And this is why his addiction gets in the way. It gets in the way of him being grounded. It gets in the way of him going deep into his psyche, like Ja just said. Okay. And when that gets in the way, then he just gets thrown off kilter and he seems like a different person. And he's being that nasty scorpion, instead of the eagle that flies. So when he does his meditation and goes into his psyche, like Ja said, that's him expressing his eagle self, the eagle side of him that is positive and upbeat and optimistic. Okay. Thanks, Ja. Welcome. I try to do what I can when I can do it. Yes, and you're always on point. You're always on time as well. Do I got a little muscle? What is this? Is it? Oh, am I getting strong? Anyway, but yeah, yes, but seriously, your intuition and your intuitive hits are always on point. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And I know you have one more question. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I've been on here for like an hour and a half. Oh, what is it that Anna needs to know? Let's see. Apparently, she needs to know that I have a slipper. Anyway, let's see for Anna. Excuse me, for Anna. Let's see. What does Anna need to know? What does Anna need to know, Spirit? What does Anna need to know? What does Anna need to know? Let's see, there's a couple things that came out here. Okay. I heard automatically love is on the way. Okay. A new beginning is on the way. I'm here. Make sure that first and foremost, you're pouring out all that love on yourself. Like, interesting. I'm hearing forget about Christopher, and not forever, but forget about him for now. Okay. And nurture and love yourself. Start a new relationship with yourself. Okay. Start pouring that love out on yourself. Get some bath bombs. Oh yeah, I know you said you had a shower, but like do something fun and pampering for yourself. Get your nails done, go to spa, okay? And leave behind all of those old emotions and your old ideas of what love is supposed to be and what love is supposed to look like. Because Anna, your vibration is about to rise again. You're about to have some realizations. You're about to have another spiritual awakening. Okay. I'm seeing DNA activation and light codes activation, and this is going to help it's going to help your vibration rise, but it's going to help you to see things from a higher perspective, especially to see love and your emotions from a higher perspective. Okay, so prepare for that. Prepare to look at a lot of the details of how you interact with your emotions and how you express your emotions. And also they're saying work, take action, keep building, keep working. And that's something that's what you should really focus on. And the underlying energy of what you need to know is don't keep yourself isolated. Don't keep yourself sad. And whenever you get sad, try to do something fun and try to do something for yourself and your daughter. Okay. I know how it feels. And let's see. Might as well get physically strong too, Mikaela, right? You got the spiritual part down pat. I know. Yo. Anna's been encouraging me. Not really just me. She's just been telling me that she's been working out. But like it is encouraging. It's inspiring. Because I used to like have a workout regimen that was just like, but then life happened and changes happened and I kind of rolled with it. But I'm eager to get that back on track. So is that like I balance him in his world or life that he actually sees what's imbalanced in his life? He's not seeing. He's not seeing what's imbalanced in his life, but his higher self is working with him to bring that to the forefront. That's something that his higher self is working like really, really hard to show him how the two of you balance each other out. But he keeps getting like those little hunches, like whenever he thinks about you, or he starts to feel certain feelings about you, and that's like the higher self doing the work. You both complement each other. You and Christopher need a natal chart reading. Astro Dienst is good. I'm gonna have to check that person out. Is that on YouTube? Let's see, I've been doing that. Been working out. Love me, girl. Yes, I finally got to my 180s weight. Weight goal is 175, 10 pounds from getting there. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's see, if you have your time of birth, it's more accurate. Astrology Cafe, yes. There's an astrology cafe and a cafe astrology. Let's see. Let me look up the one that I usually use. Let's see. I usually type in Astro Cafe. Okay, astro.cafeastrology.com. And that'll take you right to the free birth chart and astrology reports. And what's cool about that, kind of adding on to what Ja said, what's cool about that website is that they actually do compatibility readings. Like they'll do free. Uh, are they free? They're either free or they're like super cheap, like between $2 and $7 or something like that. But they do compatibility readings, and so you can put in your name and his name, or I think your time of birth and birth date and his time of birth and birth date, and it will draw up a whole thing of whether or not you're compatible and how you're compatible and how y'all complement each other. I did that with my twin and I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't deny that I'm supposed to be with this person. Anyway, if you can, I love to help. I love when you help. And you're welcome and thank you for being here with insight often. Okay. Thought you were gonna watch She-Hulk. I have to finish Doctor Strange first. Um, I'm going to look it up. I was born in the evening. He was born in the morning. Okay, and let me know. Let me know what you find. If you find compatibility or if you find similarities between your charts and your alignments, it'd be interesting to know if you wanted to share. Okay, but I think I am gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Um, Stay in your Thomas bubble of creation. Keep creating for the highest good of all. Gonna look it up. Thanks, Jaws. I wonder what you. Keep creating for keep creating for the highest good of all humanity. If it's working for humanity, it will work for you. I love you so very much. Happy Thursday. Thank y'all for your continued love and support. I love you so very much. I will most likely be back tomorrow. If not, you'll see me sometime. And night and day, water and air, night, night, y'all. Yeah, have a beautiful moment, and I will talk to y'all soon. I love you. Bye.